Aaron Shonkey is back with another Kickstarter, despite him saying he would not drop a Kickstarter until Legend of the White Dragon came out. And here is a video of him basically begging fans for money to donate to his, I guess, art form, if you will. And I'm using art form very loosely. That is dated at best, fair use. Now, I think it's very disingenuous, the fact that he put this video together and the first person that comes out is Kevin Porter, which he slandered up and down through many of deleted streams. But there goes his image right there. Same for Tatiana Neva, slander campaign, called her evil, then apologized. And we had his apology messages on my channel somewhere. Obviously, he's going to milk JDF, his fans, for everything he possibly can. We don't really care about that. We just want to hear him talk about how he tries to sell it right here.
Director of Superpower Beatdown, and I am so excited because today is the day that we get to drop the Kickstarter campaign for the return of Superpower Beatdown. Let's go. We've made some amazing beatdowns before, but after talking with you
years ago, guys, many years ago, not quite 10, but a long time ago, more than 5 for sure.
You guys online, we have selected our new season of beatdowns. Let's show you.
I mean, Batman versus Shredder, we really don't care. Let's hear the excitement in his voice.
And how awesome all those beatdowns are going to be. I can't wait to get behind the camera and start directing them, but it's up to all of us to make that happen. We've already poured a bunch of funds into it. We've already developed a lot of the costumes. We've even done costume fittings with our actors, and they look awesome. I can't tell you the chills I've got to see some of our actors put on those outfits and see other outfits being developed for the beatdowns.
Now, I have to wonder where he says he's poured so much money into it. Well, guys, for if you guys don't know, the Kickstarter goals to fund everything was $575,000. I can only wonder if Chris J or some investor put in another $250 to Aaron Shonkey to cut it down, and wonder will they swoop in and have an ownership now, like they did similar with Legend of the White Dragon? Because how does he go from 575 strong goal to 250? So maybe we need to ask him, did an investor come through? I'm sure he'll make some announcement via Facebook tomorrow. And I do think it's ironic that he went from asking for $1 million to 575 to now 250. So how much money did he actually put in? Because you're going to see a video at the end where people basically come out and out him for manipulating budget. Let's continue.
We've scouted locations. We've already gone on and started doing storyboards, seeing the fight come
bro. Storyboards, bro. I wonder if this AI generated
together beat by beat.
Who's the artist that did this?
It's so awesome. As a fan of all this stuff, it makes
that could have been fan art submitted to him. And shout out to Ko, who says Shonkey is likely misspelling of Australian slang term shonkey. Shonkey is an adjective that describes something as being of low or questionable quality. Integrity or legality, meaning unreliable, unsound, co-figure. That could be true. That could be true, but you know, there are videos out there of him saying his last name is Shonkey. But maybe. And shout out to my man Demetrio, who said, what if we donate only $1 to Tro Aaron? That's your money, your choice. And if you guys don't remember, someone did, the author of Legend of the White Dragon, the script writer, donated $1 so he could put in the comment section to out Aaron. So if you guys want to donate $1, I don't think he has control over deleting comments considering you donated. As long as they're not like derogatory or use profanity, I don't think Kickstarter is going to do anything. And I specifically don't think Kickstarter is going to do anything about the 4,797 people who are still waiting on their digital copy, allowing him to open up a second Kickstarter without fulfilling the first one.
Makes me excited, and I want you guys to be a part of that because we need you. Previously, Machinima obviously helped fund these, and they're no longer around.
Before Machinima, it was him funding them. So this whole like, well, we don't have machinima to fund us. Machinima was not there from day one.
So it's up to you guys to help complete that circle so we can make this happen. And how do we do that? We have a lot of amazing rewards. So many cool things. We have digital 4K downloads.
Bro, do we really care about his rewards? Now let's get to the people. Well, let's let them finish.
Behind the scenes, exclusive stuff that you don't get to see when you just watch it on YouTube. We have signed prints from all the Unlocked cast. You have t-shirts.
Bro, these signed prints from the cast, I mean, the resale value is probably $0, but what does it mean to you? Even the cast itself is who? Any A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list celebrities?
Posters. You can even pitch your own beatdown to me and my dad, which we then will go on and talk about, which is pretty epic because you guys have a lot of great ideas. I love chatting with you all.
How about, can we do Aaron Shonkey versus Swiper No Swiping from Dora the Explorer? I want to see that beatdown.
It's going to be really cool because we can have you guys on set, photos with the actors, and
I even got a better one. Karen Ashley versus Karen Ashley's Indiegogo versus Bat in the Sun's Legend of the White Dragon Kickstarter. Let's see that beatdown.
You can be a featured extra so you can see yourself in the beatdown. We're trying to offer as many awesome stuff to have you guys involved. I can't wait to get started. I love this community. That's why me and my dad started this show. And together, we can make this happen. But there's a big piece missing of a few other people, and that's the cast. So let's introduce all the awesome cast members that we have for this new season of Beatdown.
Aaron versus DB would be nice.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Font, and
Jason Font, guys. Mr. I don't know what's going on with anything. He's like an ostrich who just puts his head in the sand when drama comes. I don't know what's going on. He knows.
I am so excited to join Bat and Sun in the Superpower Beatdown.
Hey everybody, it's Chris Casamassa, the
I don't know Chris Casamassa, but salute to him.
original Scorpion.
Yo, what's up everybody?
Now we know this fool. We know that, hey, he'll do anything for some money, dog. He'll do anything. But we don't talk about the jacket he wears from the comic book owner who he had to go through PayPal to file a complaint to get the money back that he paid Walter to promo him. And he never got the jacket back. But you'll see Walter with the jacket. And don't forget, you don't remember Brett's name.
Boy, Walter Emmanuel Jones, also known as Zach, the OG Black Ranger. What's going on, y'all?
And his flunky tried to strike my channel. John Hennigan.
Hey, I'm John Hennigan.
Hey, everybody.
You got to feel so bad for this, right? This is where you really feel bad. I could see she's being led astray. Maybe she don't think she being led astray because Aaron told her it's a pot of gold at the goddamn rainbow. But the harsh reality is she's betting her career on this guy. And she's supposed to be in the movie, but no one has ever seen her act. And whose fault is that? It's not her fault. It's Aaron's fault. But hey, she got to attach her horse to something. I wouldn't do it. I can only imagine what kind of conversation she has with Vera and what type of career advice Vera is giving Jenna. Think about that.
It's Jenna Frank.
What's up, everyone? Peter Jang here.
No, this is one of the guys I reached out to, dog. And he said he was paid every time and he never got injured on set. And I just was like, oh, okay.
What is up, guys? Ryan Claren back here.
I don't know this guy.
Hi, I'm John Carroll.
Hey everybody.
I reached out to John Carroll too, dog. And then next thing you know, Aaron posted a picture with him.
Buddy, Jamie Hall here.
Hi, everybody. Vera
Timu Marisharay.
Bambi here, future host of Superpower Beatdown.
Hey, it's Rachel Brooks Smith here, and what Bat in the Sun has planned is going to be freaking epic.
What's up, guys? The Machine Brian Cager, AEW superstar and longtime fan of Superpower Beatdown, announcing to you that I'm finally being brought in as part of the Superpower Beatdown team. That's right.
Hey, if you notice, these are all people he hasn't worked with before, right? With the exception of Peter Yang, right? All right, let's hear Walter's sales pitch, guys, on why we need to donate. I wonder, like, a better question would be, hey, Walter, man, how much did Aaron promise you to do this beat down?
Superpower Beatdown Kickstarter campaign.
He reading the script.
And you know what's going down, right? You know who I'm going to be? The OG Black Ranger. Let's go.
To join Bat in the Sun and the Superpower Beatdown Kickstarter campaign to return as Scorpion.
I'm going to be playing Shredder and Sub-Zero, two of my favorite characters of all time.
Super excited about the Predator Kickstarter launching with Bat in the Sun for Superpower Beatdown.
We're going to make some really cool projects if we hit our goals, including ones in which I get to portray Casey Jones and Johnny Cage.
Bro, these people likely have no idea what's going on with Aaron, dog. I can't imagine they do. They've never, I mean, Peter Jang probably.
That I will be joining
Her 100%. I mean, maybe one day she'll take her head out the sand and just like watch some of the videos exposing Aaron. Or she can just continue to get high. Who the hell knows?
Bat in the Sun and Superpower Beatdown campaign to portray.
And make sure we hold her ass accountable for saying Legend of the White Dragon is better than any Marvel movie. Because when it drops, I promise you it's gonna be looking like dog shit.
X-23.
And don't think people ain't tried to get her to wake her ass up, because people genuinely care about her future. And you have to think about it, right? Aaron been doing this shit for so long. Why Vera not a star? Why he not a star? Why no big studios will work with him?
The Sun and Superpower Beatdown campaign to portray X-23.
To portray the one and only Black Panther.
Now you have to wonder, right? All these people gonna portray all this shit, but the Kickstarter ain't gonna come to fruition. Their stretch goals ain't gonna get hit. So now what? Guess what? Aaron probably still gonna film some of that shit, right? He has to. Where's his other source of income? What other project does he have going on?
Panther, let's go, baby.
Right here. This guy.
All right, I think we got enough. Or y'all wanna keep going? I don't think we really need to see more. But look, here's the problem with Kickstarter, right? And I've told
Kickstarter does not care.
I've told people to complain to Kickstarter, and they have.
Kickstarter does not.
And you will likely get a bot response. That's just the nature of the beast. So let's hear what Kickstarter will do for you if you complain.
Care what creators do with your money. How do I know this? Because exactly 5 years ago today, February 15th, 2017, I backed the grid game. Now, what is the grid game? Rather, what was it supposed to be? Because it is nothing. It was a tile matching game. It looked really cool. That's it. But don't just take my word for it. Nearly 3,000 other people backed it to the tune of nearly $250,000.
And guess what they got? Nothing. And guess what Kickstarter did? Nothing.
And what did the creators do with all of that money? Nothing. The last update was 13 months ago, and that's also the only update in the last 2 years. And since then, both the creator and his business partner have put their profiles on private. Now, what recourse do the backers have? Complain to Kickstarter and then watch as nothing happens. Kickstarter has done nothing, and that money is just gone. So I guess this is a cautionary tale. At the very least, you now know that Kickstarter.
There you go. Now you know. Now let's get to Kickstarter, right? So Aaron Shonkey has done, this will be his fourth Kickstarter. The first Legend of the White Dragon failed, and then JDF put the stank on it. And by stank, I mean engage his fandom fully, and boom, funded $500,000, which ended up turning into seed money, basically. Now, why did Aaron do this? Because he wanted to be like Death Battle. He saw that Death Battle got $740,000 to do exactly what he wants to do, but they do it a million times better. And they've already started delivering on some of their goals. You saw Buffy versus Blade, another one dropped. They have a strong brand reputation in here, and this is how they were able to secure $740,000. And they were able to actually get $75,000 in 21 minutes. So here comes Aaron trotting along, launching his Kickstarter, thinking he's going to get the same thing. Well, so far he's at $14,544 and 36 days to go, which you have to wonder, why would he set it for so long? If he just knew he was going to make it, not sure. And the funny thing about this, right, is Legend of the White Dragon Kickstarter is still ongoing. I mean, they may not be collecting funds from it, but literally 4,797 people are without their digital copies, and Aaron keeps saying that the film is done. And now, since then, people have took to the comment section to complain about what's going on with Aaron and the updates. And we actually have some that were about 2 2 hours ago. Um And you will always, of course, have a bot like Pierre Sales who says the ones complaining have never worked in the film industry. And as someone who watches a lot of stuff in movies I own, there are a lot of departments, writing, editing, blah, blah, blah. I can keep trying to list the rest of the ones that I'm familiar with. But the point is, I know you guys doing this out of your own pockets. This is not true. They was given like, I don't know. Chris J gave at least 3 million, right? That's the rumor. This much I know. I even have to mention to discuss a few fans on X. At least a few of us see, the rest of the backers do not see in hindsight. I'll still be patient as you guys try to find a distributor. Best of luck, sir. The distributor is likely going to be Tubi, but it's one entity interested. Sad to see Font and Rachel in this, knowing they are both part of Legend of the White Dragon. If I were them, I would be asking Aaron, where's the film Justice for JDF, man? People will put their head in the sand. And, if you speak to Font or Rachel, they'll probably give you a bot response. I'm not too familiar with Rachel, but I know Font will give you a bot response. Aaron said it's in the hands of the distributor, and just leave it at that. And if you got a smooth brain, you might believe that. I think it's really bad taste for you to come out with another Kickstarter when you haven't finished this one. Shame on you. I find it super poor taste that this movie has been delayed over and over again, and now they're asking us to help Kickstarter another movie. You haven't delivered on the promise. Don't expect me to think you would deliver on the next. This is true. Past behavior dictates future behavior. Now, this is where Aaron starts doing damage control, because when he launched the Kickstarter, people are over here upset. So let's hear what Aaron had to say. And people just call him straight out on his BS. For my part, I consider the money lost. I contacted Aaron. He ignored me, called and blocked me from his page for stipulating the engagement of Kickstarter. That say he got the money, but do not deliver. This is so true, man. Look at this. Imagine this, right? You donate to support a film. You call them out for basically breaking the agreement that you guys donated for, and then you get blocked, and then you post on here, you vent. And then Aaron responds, if a Kickstarter project doesn't deliver, the creator is legally obligated to fulfill the reward or issue refunds. I mean, I don't know about that. According to Kickstarter's terms of use. Terms of use are good, but if Kickstarter is not going to enforce it, what's the point of having terms of use? As a backer, you can check the project's updates, contact the creator through the platform, or pursue legal action if you believe the creator did not make a good faith effort to complete the project. See, here's the thing, right? I do believe, Aaron, that the movie is complete, but I also know it's complete dog shit. So, and he doesn't want people to see that. And once they do, his career is done. Kickstarter can also take action against creators who fail to fulfill their obligations, but they won't. Now, Aaron responds, hello, as we reported time and time again, the film is complete and we are choosing the best path forward of getting the movie to everyone's hands. I am sure you can understand the delay in the film's completion and release due to our lead actor's passing. What? What? Oh my God. Thank you for your patience. The film is amazing and can't wait for you to see it. Notice he didn't address the part where he got blocked. He didn't address that. He didn't address Kickstarter TOS. This looks like a copy and paste response. There's no context addressed right here. Nothing. But let's keep going. Same excuse since what? Eternity. When the Kickstarter started, there was no mention of distribution. So now you can't use that for an excuse, because when we gave the money, it was a contract between you and the backers that you must respect, and you don't. You cannot change the terms after the contract is signed, accepting the money, and stop using JDF death as an excuse. You used it too much and too often as an excuse. He continues to do it. All things considered, we didn't back this project expecting a serious distribution deal or turn a profit. Why should we wait another day for the soundtrack? That's a great question. The soundtrack doesn't spoil the movie. It won't spoil the movie. We deserve our rewards now. There we go. Let's get the bot response. Thank you for your patience and support. As you know, the film was hugely delayed because of Jason's passing. The tragic loss affected the film more ways than one. We're actively working to find the best path forward to getting the film to everyone. Bot response. Copy and paste. At least like take some time to give a personal response, as people took time to donate their personal funds to you, took time to make this comment, and you just copy and paste in responses. You did look at this person. You didn't answer the question. You could release the soundtrack of the movie for the backers without compromising the release, but you just don't want to. It's probably trash. If it's written by his father, I don't give two shits how everyone say his father's so talented. Guy can play the piano. Where's all his other stuff from other people saying he's talented? I completely understand delays, but there have been over 4 months since the last update about how the movie is coming together. I believe there are due some news. Good news would be preferred, but any news on the movie would be nice. Well, he's about to give you the standard. Hello, we post updates regularly through Kickstarter, social media, and our mailing list. Depending on what you read last, the film is complete and we are choosing our best path forward for releasing the film and getting it into your hands. Losing Jason impacted the film so many huge ways, guys. Thank you for your patience. Like, bro, he just uses Jason as a shield. Now, when we get down to, wait, did that get deleted in real time? There was one with some responses. Let's keep going. I love to see the movie come out before my son goes to college. He celebrated his first birthday and started first grade since I backed this. I might be in a nursing home by now, by the time that this sees the light of day. I like to think JDF will be kind of pissed by how this has developed. Bro, I think he would be livid. I think he would be livid knowing that his fans are getting duped by Aaron. Further delays. Hello, thank you for your patience and support. As you know, the film was used. Look, it's just a bot response. It's just a bot response. It's literally the same thing he posted like up here. This bots. It amazes me that you access to back a new project without even seeing this come to fruition. If the film is done, it should be released to the backers. It was never disclosed that we have to wait for the project distributor before backers would see anything. At this point, I'd be surprised if this does get released next year until we get another excuse, 2027. Oh, man. Okay, this is the one right there with all the replies because they be getting at them. We hired a team to find distribution to get the film out to everyone. This is a more complicated process than originally planned. We appreciate your patience. The film is on the way. All right, let's get to the good one. This person rips Aaron apart, showing 6 replies. He's not gonna get in the mud with him and go back and forth and back and forth. He ain't doing that. This ain't that type of. He know better. Let's just say that. For everything Aaron is saying, all the pushback, this is what Aaron is really saying to us. We backers don't matter. True. The backers was just used as seed money to attract Chris J. Before he took the money from Chris J, it was the backers this and the backers that. Now that they have pushed, now they have to pay back Chris J, the Franks and Bat and the Sun. We do not matter at all. He keeps saying we matter, but actions speak louder than words. I do not believe this will ever come out. I mean, I think it'll come out after this failed Kickstarter, but it'll be on Tubi. Hopefully the entity that's interested backs out. This won't be my first Kickstarter that I did not get my reward from it. Probably won't be my last, but you can bet yourself that I will not be given another dime, watch, or give any time to anything Bat in the Sun going forward. The fact that one project isn't even delivered and you're sticking your hand out for beatdown money is ridiculous. Greed. I really do hope people open their eyes to the lies you keep saying. This is what JDF would want, but you know that if he was alive, he would not be happy about you are treating fans. It does not matter how awesome you think the movie is. Yeah, Jenna saw it. Tammy saw it. It's awesome. Jenna said it was better than a Marvel movie. I'm going to just chalk it up to her being high. Pay money and we deserve our refunds. Now, Bat in the Sun goes down in here and they just eat him alive and he just got the hell out of Dodge. It's like he dropped a grenade and left. Look at this. There we go. Hey, if Jason was alive, it'd be out by now. but because of his past in film's completion and release, hugely affected. I'm sure you can understand with a great bro. No one is buying this shit. But someone, hey, exactly. He keep using JDF as a shield so that people don't get mad, not realizing that's pissing us off even more. Like, I unfortunately never got to meet him, but from all the stories people have said, now we help local comics during COVID, I'm pretty sure we have put him on blast already and never worked with them again. And add is the fact they're now asking for more money for a different project. Get bent. Translation. Look, I love when look, guys, don't ever think your voice is not heard, even if it's on a message board. Message boards lives forever, right? So what'll happen is people like me will come along and look at the comment section and be like, damn, all these people didn't get their rewards. I wish it was 4,000 people complaining, not just a handful. Some people probably likely just forgot about the project. Translation, the only person who actually cared about the fans is gone, and those of us left don't care about the fans. So save yourself. BAU, and don't expect this to be over really. I don't know what SYAU stands for. I find it hilarious that the day your new Kickstarter is launching, you guys are doing damage control. Every reply has to do with Jason's death. With, to me, is a crutch or an excuse for delays. Stop using that man's death as a reason for things, and take responsibility that you're the reason for the delays, not him. He cannot defend himself. Stop speaking for Jason. Damn, man, they're going at him. Edit it. I find it hilarious that the day the new Kickstarter is launching that you're doing damage control. Stop using that man's death. Stop speaking for Jason. Also, if you're understanding of people's disappointment or anger, why you block or delete messages on social media? That shows me what you're trying to control the narrative. You messed up and people are allowed to express how they feel. Aaron sure does it a lot. Oh yeah, he deletes those lives too. Yeah, guys, he will delete the live streams. We got one more and then we'll keep going. He blocked me from his group because I said all the backers, the obligation that the Bat and the Sun have, the Kickstarter's backers, he blocks me after that off the page. And someone told me he deleted the post. Damn. This is what I posted. It's basically the Kickstarter terms of use. As a backer, he can check the project's updates, contact the creator through the platform, or pursue legal action. I mean, people are not going to pursue legal action. Like, it would take like a class action lawsuit. And then, but Aaron will be protected by Kickstarter's TOS. That's why they haven't sued like people who have pulled off bigger heists. So anywho, as we were saying, he changed the budget from fully funded 575,000 now to 250. No more alternate ending crap. Like, look at this extended ending, extended version, all this goofy stuff, right? Just knocked it down. Where did the 275,000 go, huh? And you have to keep in mind that, remember, he really wanted to charge fans $1 million. $1 million. This was his original beatdown back in like June. He thought he was going to get $200K for Batman vs. Shredder. How do you go from $200K to only needing 25? Do you think he put $175,000 in? The answer is no.
Nope.
But we do have his former assistant director here. You may have seen this video where he talks about how Aaron manipulates the budget and is backed up by Damian Brewer.
How he speaks about, beat down budgets and stuff like that.
Each beatdown has a goal of $50,000, but they have stretch goals that go up to $200,000.
And something, even at the time that I knew him during the City of Scars days, he would talk a lot about how City of Scars costed around $30,000, I think was the number. $30,000 or $40,000 was the number that he kept throwing out there. I know for a fact that it didn't cost that much because he would actually tell us, the numbers that it did cost, and it was sort of a fraction of that. I don't know the exact numbers at the time, but what he had told me, because I had kind of confronted him about this, like, hey man, because we were very open. Like I said, he really was like an older brother to me at the time. So I'd kind of like ask him this. It's like, hey, maybe there's something I don't know. Why are you telling people that these things, that this fan film costs this much? And he said, well, first of all, when we're going out to get budgets on our next projects, we need people to feel like we're able to handle that level of money when it comes to a budget. we need people to see like this is what we can do with that level of money.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Lying about the amount the budget was for Aaron is the equivalent of lying on your resume, which makes sense because Aaron was finally given millions to make Legend of the White Dragon. And look how that's turned out, JDF's passing aside, which unfortunately, ultimately proves, in my opinion, that Aaron cannot handle a big budget.
Originally, I wanted to do $250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed.
I wonder if there are any legal avenues Chris J can pursue if he invested in this film on the false pretenses that Aaron handled larger budget projects before, with City of Scars being one of them. I mean, even if Chris J would have just literally talked to anyone from Valiant, they would have known what a train wreck Aaron was at being a director.
He's not that talented. And so for me, don't work with Aaron, dude. He's a f***ing hat. I worked with you and Aaron. He's a hat, dude.
That's so crazy, that reputation though. Like I heard that from Kyle, I heard that from Lionsgate.
And so I said, okay, that kind of makes sense to me. You don't want to go out there and try and get a budget for something if you've only ever made something for peanuts. However, the other thing he said to me is, when I say those numbers, what I'm doing is I'm also valuating, or is that the word, value? Yeah, like putting a dollar amount to all the work that people do for free on these things. And
Aaron is the king of getting people to work for free, but think about it. If Aaron allegedly said a project like City of Scars cost $27,000 but only paid out $5,000, then he squeezed $22,000 of free work from the crew in exchange for exposure. Damien, who created the Superpower Beatdown name, also gave a similar statement about the budget being manipulated.
It was about how Aaron would lie, and I think you mentioned this too, how Aaron would lie about the various amounts for the panels. But we were sitting in a panel and someone asked what the budget was for Wolverine versus Predator. Oh yeah, we spent blah, blah. And Aaron like kicks me under the table and he's like, no man, we don't want to talk about the amounts of money. And I was like, all right, that's fine. So we talked about it later. And I 100% agree with this. If we were to walk into a movie studio and they say, how much have you made your episodes for? And I go, $5,000. They're going to go, all right, here's $5,000. And it's going to look like nothing's going to change. But if we walk in and we say our Hollywood level nerd episodes that we killed ourselves on and spent this much money on, we're going to say we spent $20,000, $30,000 on these episodes. Why? Because then that studio is going to come after us and go, we want to make that. How much? And we'll say, give us 60, 70,000.
Holy shit.
No. And I'm not saying Aaron used that exact amount. I'm saying, it is a brilliant idea. When you as a podcaster are approached by a news agency to say, hey, we want you to be a correspondent on our show. How much are your episodes? You are not going to say, I do them for free in my back room. You're going to say, I have a production value. I have an office. I have assistants, and you're going to make shit up to make yourself look better. And if you don't, you're stupid.
If Aaron wants to lie to movie studios that will likely never work with him again, I really don't care about that one bit. As I said before, the problem I have is if he is telling these same exaggerated budgets to fans in hopes they fund his beatdowns. Because since it's highly unlikely that any studio will give Aaron any money to produce a project, I would argue his main source of income for the foreseeable future is going to be Kickstarters and YouTube ad revenue. There was also that person who sent me all right, I think y'all get the point, man. Aaron Shonkey's reputation for inflating budgets, and I can show this to the high heavens, man. You literally have him starting off with the budget looking like this, and then realizing he's never going to hit those goals, then lowered the budget significantly. To me, this indicates these numbers were always just fluff, and I'm sure he'll come out and do some fluff interview with Legacy of Nerd and talk about how we just lowered the production or give some goofy excuse on why these numbers got reduced. And I don't even think that the average fan caught that he did this. He didn't announce that, hey, we lowered the budget or lowered the goals. He didn't announce that. It was just something that was caught. So look for the fluff interview by Legacy of Nerd coming out sooner than later. And if you have any questions on why you should not donate to Aaron Grifter Shonkey, please do me the huge favor, guys. Hit me up, message me, and we could talk about other ways to do with your money. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.